What's up? Back with another video. I know I haven't really been giving you guys the videos, but if you follow the fourth down technical difficulties, if we're going to call it that, so we're going to come over here, and today is going to be more of the free agency overview of the teams that won and lost. If you want to say anything, you can. Fourth down.
Yeah, first off, I just wanted to say thank you for having me on here. As mentioned, are worse than technical difficulties. I guess I accidentally forgot to update my live stream on YouTube, so that's why I wasn't able to do my schedule live stream, but that'll be tomorrow. But again, thank you for having me, and excited to talk some football.
Yep. Once I hear, let me do this. Shoot. But yeah, is there any specific team you want to talk about first, or just talk about?
We can talk about probably our favorite team. And right off the gate, I am a Packers fan.
Yep.
Now, originally, I did make a post a couple of weeks ago saying that they were a loser free agency because losing Davante Adams is huge, especially with the wide receiver core being very thin. But I think the way he developed the draft, I can kind of consider them as a winner, to be honest, because I think Christian Watson is a great pickup for Aaron Rodgers' company, and they re-signed Devondre Campbell and Rasul Douglas. I mean, if Davante Adams were to sign a contract, who knows? They probably would have been on different teams. So I think Green Bay Packers right off the bat is a winner in free agency.
They didn't have a bad offseason. Losing a receiver one to another team isn't always great, but you didn't lose it to a division rival or a team that you're going to be facing this year. So again, it's not an L. Christian Watson can be good. We'll have to see what he develops into. You were signed. I don't know, who was your second pick
in the draft?
Yeah.
The first round or second round?
I guess who'd you draft in the first round?
It was Quay Walker, linebacker, and Devontae. I love the Devontae White pick because I can help Kenny Clark too on the front defensive line.
Yeah. You guys are going to have one of the best defenses in the league. But let's just stick with your division. Vikings are a winner, I think. Zadarius Smith was a big win to have, and then they're getting healthy. Who'd they draft in the first round? They drafted
it was I think a safety from Georgia, Line, I believe his name was. Don't correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was a safety from Georgia.
That's not Lewis Sin.
Here, wait, let me check real quick.
Yeah, I think it was Lewis Sin. Yeah, I don't know, man, but
yeah, it was Lewis Sin from Georgia.
Yeah. I know they also picked up the one corner, Andrew Booth. So again, they were a good. They got upgraded on the defense.
And their new offensive coach in Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, no,
I love that pickup for them. I think the Vikings are going to be a dark horse contender for the playoffs. Maybe
I think the Vikings can make the playoffs with having Justin Jefferson as a wide receiver one. The guy's going to go put up 1,500, 1,600 more yards. And I've already said this before on one of the streams, but I think he's going to go down as the greatest Viking receiver when it's said and done.
Really? Even better than Randy Moss?
Well, Randy Moss wasn't there for his
but
I'm saying, like, if he specifically sticks with the Vikings and what he's doing now, and he continues to do this for years, I think he's going to go down greater than Randy Moss just from the Viking receiver.
No, I agree. And if Dalvin Cook can stay healthy too, I mean, that's one of their biggest issues on offense is their running game not being healthy enough.
If they can have those two stick healthy all year and then Adam Thielen can stick around healthy, yeah, they're going to be a playoff team. The Lions are a winner, yes, but I unfortunately do not see them making the playoffs.
No.
Not yet, but they have a good coach. They have a good they have a very bright future. So knowing what they got, I think they're a very good team to say that yes, they can make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get back right to it real quick. I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, but I said in my power rankings, I love the Lions offseason. Getting Aiden Hutchinson, which I'm kind of surprised Jacksonville did not draft him.
No, I wasn't really surprised. It was just they had so much interest at the end of it with Trayvon Walker before the draft. I said, listen, he's going to be the number one pick. And when that happened, I wasn't really surprised. So again, when they had the chance to draft I knew they weren't going Kayvon. He didn't fit the way that they wanted to run that team,
Mhm.
and they had the interest in Aiden Hutchinson. He was a hometown hero, so let's send him home, and he's going to be a great addition to the D line.
Agree.
And then the second,
Jameson Williams.
geez, what can I say? I mean, they got their receiver, but he's not going to be healthy right away. But again, the future, knowing you're going to have this year DJ Chark at one time with Jameson Williams and Minor St. Brown, that's a pretty good trio.
And the fact too that they managed to trade with a division rival also. I mean, because that's I was kind of surprised at first when they Minnesota traded their pick to Lions. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, as division rivals, even with Green Bay, back to Green Bay too, trading them for Christian Watson.
I mean, again, I think they're a winner, but they're just going to miss that playoffs.
Oh yeah, but they're on
next
the
year. Next
I
year
know.
is a year I see that listen, again, this NFC is kind of weak, so we'll see. But the Lions next year could be that team that says, yeah, hey, we're gonna make the playoffs.
And who knows? Maybe
But
you'll see a new quarterback next year.
they will. We definitely will. But moving forward, the Chicago Bears.
Loser.
Loser.
I didn't see any.
Nothing that really helped.
They got some O-line
I
pickups.
guess you can say they're a winner for the future because they have a lot of money, and next year is going to be an all right free agency, I guess. So we'll see what they spend on next year.
Yeah,
They did get off of a contract that just wasn't making sense for them, and that is Khalil Mack. I didn't see anything that he wasn't really able to help them too much. So pair him up with someone else. We'll see how that move goes, but for them, I think that was an all right trade. You got 3rd and 6 or whatever it was. I think you weren't going to get too much value out of him. He looks like he's regressed, so we'll see what he does this year. But yeah, they're a loser. Going on to the NFC South, the Bucs. They got to keep everything really pretty much. They even upgraded to getting a Shaq Mason at a guard spot. I think their only major losses was I know they lost Jason Pierre-Paul, they lost Vita Vea, Kappa, and Rob Gronkowski. So they had some losses that definitely it's not gonna kill them. They got the depth that they needed. They got their future tight end, Kate Otten. So they're a winner. The Saints. They're a winner. I think they're a winner. They're going to be in the playoffs, I think. They definitely are back into a – I mean, they got the quarterback that led them to a 5-2 start without weapons. They got Michael Thomas back. They brought in Jarvis Landry. And then with a pick that I thought was – what's the – oh, shoot.
You good?
Yeah, no, so I am live on Instagram. At least I just have the title as live on YouTube. Dominic, there's not too much latest on Kaepernick. I'll keep updating on I'll update on that, but there's nothing too much on that. It's a workout. I don't think he's going to be a Raider, guys. I don't think that has to be said too much. I don't see him being a Raider. He's not good. He's a pocket guy.
Who's the Raiders' backup quarterback behind Derek Carr?
It's gonna be Nick Mullins or
because I mean they could sign him to a backup deal.
They could, but I think I would rather have more of a pocket presence quarterback, especially with this team. But moving forward, without that, who are we discussing? Oh yeah, the Saints. They got Jarvis Landry. They got
Tyrann Mathieu.
I think Tyrann Mathieu being over there. They still have a nice corner. They still have a nice defense. They definitely have a good defense.
Yeah, Jameis Winston can stay healthy too because he played really well in his first couple games.
I think
before his injury.
I think you're lying to me if you don't think that the Saints can be a playoff team. To anyone who actually thinks that,
they could probably squeak in because I don't know. They're just that interesting team. Like 1 week they'll be like example when they beat Green Bay 38-3 and somehow lost to Carolina. It just depends how Jameis develops. because you can get like a really good Jameis Winston, then you can just get the 30 picks Jameis Winston. And, I mean, I'm cheering for the guy. I hope Jameis balls out.
I think he's in a really good team. He's got a really good. Dominic, I'll keep answering questions when I can. I think that they upgraded everywhere except that tackle spot. They did lose Teron Armstead, but I don't think that's too much of a loss considering the fact that guy can't stay healthy. So again, with the fact of that, everything that we can consider, I don't really see 7 teams that are better than them in the NFC. They'll get second in that division possibly, maybe even first if they can somehow squeak by that schedule.
Probably not.
They have a good schedule, but
I think that's the Bucs division, especially with Tom Brady back. Because he's playing really well, especially at 44 coming up.
I think the Saints they have a really good chance they'll make the playoffs. They were 5-2 with Jameis before he got injured. Who says they weren't going to make the playoffs this past year with him? And they did sweep the Bucs. So somehow that's a little interesting to me at least. But yeah, I think they're a winner. They got Jarvis Landry. They got Chris Olave. They definitely upgraded this offseason.
Who we got next? Is it Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina.
I say loser because, I mean, they had an opportunity to get and I understand people doubting Malik Willis, but I don't think you're going to win games with Sam Darnold. I mean, I think Christian McCaffrey
too. I get it. They got Matt Corral, but they really had a chance there to get them. I think Malik Willis turns out to be the best quarterback in this class. I mean, you look back on his tape and you actually watch him, like he was good. So the fact that he fell to the third round was interesting. I'm fine. I think he's going to be better than Tannehill, and I think he's going to make the starting spot over Tannehill by next year. If not, at some point throughout this year, something happens. Maybe Tannehill struggles, and they just want to throw out the young guy and see what he does in the final week or something. You know, we'll see what happens. But I think that the Carolina Panthers had a really good chance there, right? And Matt Corral could be the guy, but what happens if CMC goes down again? I mean, I don't really expect anything different to happen in the past 3 years. And outside of him and DJ Moore, they got no offensive firepower.
They lost Stephon Gilmore.
Their defense is all right. I mean, again, it's the same defense, so we'll see. Stephon Gilmore to me wasn't a huge loss. He was really bad when he was in the game. Like, if people watched him, I agree a little. I don't think that you need too much more on the defensive back end of there, Dominic, but okay. No, this Carolina's an L. So then the Falcons, God,
rebuild.
Yeah.
Rebuild time.
Well, McCaffrey's a legitimate badass. Okay.
McCaffrey's a top 3 back in the league, but he's got to stay healthy. That's the problem. He just can never stay healthy. I mean, he should go to a new team. I mean, I think Carolina's kind of wasting his injuries do happen, but
I'm telling you, Willis can be the best quarterback in this class. You'd be surprised. Him and
Pickett or Ryder.
What's that? CMC isn't top 3 anymore. I love him, but Henry, Chubb, Cook, and Taylor are all better.
If CMC's healthy.
I want to see another season from Taylor. I want to see another one before we do that. But okay, I can see your point. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, Falcons, what a dreadful offseason. If you're a Falcons fan, I pray for you. Anyways, L offseason. But I don't really got anything else to
I mean, lost
say.
their franchise quarterback. Russell Gage, they lost. I think
Yeah,
didn't
we
they
need
lose
to,
someone pretty
we
good
need
on
to
defense?
who?
Didn't they lose someone pretty good on defense, or am I just thinking of another team? I think Deion Jones is on the move too, maybe.
Deion Jones is going to be gone, but he didn't really do too well.
But Marcus Mariota, I mean, they picked him up. I mean, he's not bad. I mean, he did.
He's a bridge level quarterback, and didn't they draft a quarterback in the draft too?
Yeah, they got Desmond Ryder from Cincinnati, which I mean,
He'll be a starter soon. So, um, yeah, on to Dallas. God, Tom Brady single-handedly ruined the Falcons.
or Nick Foles. I don't know. I'm surprised. I know it's off topic, but I'm surprised Atlanta lost that game to Philadelphia back in 2018 in the playoffs.
No.
But anyways, on to Dallas.
On to Dallas. Oh, I mean, you didn't get better, so I'm going to consider an L. You're not even the best team in your division anymore, so I think that's it. Okay, that only happens right if Wentz or not Wentz. Jesus fuck. Yeah, Wentz is on Washington, and there's no chance they got to win that fucking division. If Jalen Hurts can't at least show up and be there, the Cowboys lost a lot of pieces, but they were still better than the Eagles. Could be. We'll see. I think if the Eagles can pick it up on the offensive end with AJ Brown now, they could be the best team. I mean, but I still. It's like do you want shit or do you want more shit? There's nothing good coming out of that division. Dallas had an off season, so yeah.
I mean,
Philadelphia, they went for agency. We still have the best team in our division. Y'all just haters. I'm not a hater.
I mean, I think Dallas still has it. I mean, still is probably the best team in the division because
you're the best team in your division because you also got. I do hate to spill it on there, but I mean, you guys are going with the easiest schedule in football. I'm not hating. The Cowboys just aren't going anywhere. Like you guys are going to win that division, and that's not something to really brag about when winning the weakest division in football. And that's not hating. That's just the truth. If you disagree that you guys have the worst division in football, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start with that because that I think we can all agree on that it's the weakest division in football.
I mean, it is the weakest division, but I still think Dallas is probably the best team in that division because Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in that division.
I love how you bring up the Raiders. What does this have to do with the Raiders? Like we're not even on the Raiders yet, man. Yeah, they had no offseason. It's not hating. That's just the truth. They didn't improve in any way, and they're not gonna have Michael Gallup, who they paid $12.5 million a year for. Your wide receiver one is CeeDee Lamb, who's never been a wide receiver one, and he had to be cuddled to be there. We'll see how he does as a wide receiver one. We'll see. But he put up 13 more yards, right? I think it was 13 more yards or something when he played a full season with Dak than when he had 5 games with Dak. I'm just saying there wasn't much progression from year 1 to year 2. So I think he needs to – we'll see how he does. I'm not saying – but the NFC South is horrible. So is the NFC
East.
They're both terrible divisions. I don't think that's too much to argue.
No, but I just want to put something in. I think Dallas still is the team to beat in the NFC East just because, I don't know, Dak Prescott proved to be the best quarterback in that division. And yes, Philadelphia had probably the best offseason out of all the teams in the East. But it depends on how Jalen Hurts developed because he's not a bad quarterback. But with Nick, what's his first name?
Man, I'm not even lying to you, bro. If Jalen Hurts shows up, y'all are fucked. I just want to say that right now. And it's not even that it's not hate, dude. How is this hating if we think that the Eagles could be the best team? This is just a prediction. My prediction probably shouldn't even matter to you because this is just a prediction. Again, I'm not saying you guys can't be the best team in the division. I'm saying there's a chance that you guys are the second best. Again,
I think Dallas still wins the division. Philadelphia's a wild card.
Jalen Hurts is a horrible. Oh.
Yeah, I think Dallas wins the division still.
I mean, those two teams are kind of really close, anyways. With the fact that but we'll see.
Are they? I should probably know. Are they playing Week 18? Do you know if Cowboys Eagles are playing each other Week 18?
I will look at that right now.
Because I mean that could decide the division.
He said He said we don't know football. Can I look at the? I'll look. I'm gonna figure that out right now. I guess we don't know football now because we think the Eagles could be the best team. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I didn't really say the Eagles are the best team in the division.
They play their last game that they play is week 16.
I mean, that could decide division too. I don't know. I'm banking Dallas wins the division still. Eagles number 2 in division.
No, I know you're talking about their guy. I mean, I don't know. What did he say? What did he say? I didn't even read what he said. The Cowboys lost all kinds of players. The Eagles are the best in the division right now. They could be. We'll see. We will see, right? We'll see. Eagles are way better. Eagles are going to sweep the Cowboys.
This turned into an NFC East debate. Who's the best team in the NFC East?
Eagles are going to sweep the Cowboys? I think that's going a little far. I'll be honest. I think that's a little far. I'll be honest.
No, I think Philly will win in Philly, and Dallas will win in Dallas.
Yeah, but on to the other two dude, going on to the other teams, they're pretty shitty anyways. Washington,
I actually liked Washington's offseason a little bit, to be honest.
They upgraded, and they are going to have money to re-sign Terry McLaurin.
And they got Terry McLaurin some help with Doxson from Penn State.
I like that.
It may go a little overboard, but I think maybe if Carson Wentz comes back, I'm hoping he does. I like watching Carson Wentz play when he was like 2017. But if he can play like he did during his MVP season, they could be a dark horse contender for the 7th seed in the playoffs. They're not a bad team.
You're gonna.
I've been saying that. I said on my power rankings.
I haven't really looked at the power rankings for Washington, but this guy just said he's gonna bet $1,000 that they're gonna win the division. Oh,
who? Washington?
No.
Philly?
Eagles. Yeah, I wouldn't bet any money on that division. I'll be honest. Oh, you're betting $1,000. You're betting $1,000 that the Eagles sweep the Cowboys? Oh. Anyways, on to the Giants. They had to win in the offseason.
Hey, wait, I didn't mean to cut you off. Can I go back to Washington real quick?
Yeah, Washington, yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like their offseason with Chase Young too. But I mean, especially in their division, I don't see them they could probably make the playoffs. It just depends how Carson Wentz plays. And I love Ron Rivera as a head coach. Terry McLaurin's a stud, and Doxson can be a stud. I'm hoping he develops well. He was a stud at Penn State.
Yeah.
And they have great backs in Gibson. So, I mean, the only thing that they didn't upgrade was their stadium. But,
yeah.
They could be a dark horse for playoffs, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, they can be that. Yeah, they'll be that. When we get to the NFC West, I will talk about that, Dominic. I will talk about that, and I think I completely disagree. Like, I don't even see that team making the playoffs. Wow.
I should have my live stream on Instagram up so I can see the comments.
No, we'll talk about that in one second. Anyways, wait. I don't hate Wentz, but I think he's not the guy. He's not good anymore. He's too scared. Washington is definitely better than Philly, though.
I agree with the Wentz take, but I don't think Washington's better than Philly.
Okay, if they're better, they're going to be better than by a game. I don't think they're definitely better. Those two teams, I just think we'll have to see, right? The Giants offseason, though, if we want to discuss this to finish out this one, they had a really good offseason. Can't wait to see them for the future. If they actually get a real quarterback over there, they're fine. But They had a win in free agency, but they still will not make the playoffs. But we'll see. If you have anything to add on, you can.
I mean, it's the Giants. I mean, I love their draft with Kayvon Thibodeau. I think that's how you pronounce his
Yeah,
last name.
it's. I think it's Thibodeau, but I don't know.
And Evan Neal. They got some upgrades to the offensive line. And they got rid of Joe Judge, which I think Joe Judge was one of the most overrated head coaches in the league.
He sucked. He fucking sucked.
And yeah, so I think the Giants is a winner, in my personal opinion, with their draft and getting their new head coach.
Again, maybe Daniel Jones. I mean, because Daniel Jones
He's
has
gone
that
next season.
he has that build up there with Josh Allen. Like, he's really tall and stuff. And I mean, he's not small, so he'll be able to definitely take hits and stuff.
Yeah,
So we'll see if he can develop
for
to be a quarterback.
They may be looking for a new quarterback next season.
We'll see. NFC West. This is where I wanted to get to with this take. This guy really said the Arizona Cardinals will be a top 3 NFC team. I disagree. You have no D-Hop for 6 games, and in those 6 games, you might be
Chandler Jones.
You're going to be 2-4 in the first 6 games. I think. I mean, I don't have their schedule, but like no D-Hop, and your wide receiver 1 is a wide receiver 2. Right, that I think that's pretty fair to say, right?
Here, I can pull up their schedule real quick for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Kansas City, in Arizona, at Las Vegas.
Yep.
LA Rams, Panthers, Philly, and at Seattle.
I see 2-4 there.
Maybe 3-3.
2-4, 3-3. That's all I see. I don't really see them going and beating Kansas City, to be honest. I don't know. That just depends on how they play there. You're really just like hoping JJ Watt is the same guy he was at the start of last year before injuries stopped piling on. Again, Arizona is going to be an all right team, but they're in the toughest NFC division. And I think they're going to be 3rd in that division by the end of the year.
Yeah, Arizona's had a lot of offseason problems from losing Chandler Jones and suspending D-Hop and also the Kyler Murray situation, which I don't know how that's going.
Let's be honest, they really don't have a good head coach. They really don't.
Cliff Kingsbury?
He's a good starter. Like, he's a good coach that can start up the team, get it going, and then once you get down the stretch, you suck ass. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a worse coach the second half of the season. It's crazy. Guys, horrible. But the Rams, they stayed about the same, but I think they got worse in the realm of their pass rush and their secondary is kind of weaker. So, again, I think it's an L on defense at least. Offensively, they're going to be about the same. But
I think they're still probably going to be a top 3 team in the NFC.
They still will be. I mean, the NFC to me is a little weaker and stuff. As an open person that knows their football, what do you see the record of the Raiders 6 games in? I will discuss that when I get onto the Raiders. Just give me a moment. We'll discuss that as we go in and discuss everything with the Raiders. But you guys know I'm giving honest opinions. I'm not going to sit here and be like, we're going 6-0. No. But that's okay. Rams they're going to be the same team pretty much. I'm not really saying too much about them. We already talked about the Cardinals. Seahawks, they suck. They fucking suck. It's a rebuild, so we'll see.
I mean, they got a lot of nice pickups in the Russell Wilson trade. Drew Lock, Noah Fant, and Shelby Harris. The Shelby Harris pickup will be nice. They're not going to be the worst team in the NFC, but they can probably
finish bottom
get some nice upsets.
There'll be a bottom 3 team in there.
Now here's a question: is Pete Carroll going to be gone after a season?
Possibly. He's not that great of a coach anymore. He's better at chewing gum than coaching a team. God, who are we forgetting? Oh, 49ers.
Niners, yeah.
There's so much just like question marks around that quarterback spot. Oh my God. I'm a believer that they can make the playoffs, maybe. But I guess the real question is, what are they going to do with the future of the team? Because I don't personally see Deebo Samuel being worth like $25-30 million a year.
No, we're gonna need one more season out of him before.
Did you know that he led the NFL in drop percentage?
Really?
Yeah, he was at like 10 or 11%. He division winners, Rams, Packers,
Cowboys.
Cow-
I'm still betting Cowboys win the East.
Cowboys, and then the Bucks. That's what we'll say.
Agree.
But yeah, no. 49ers, their season is going to be solely dependent on their quarterback, and if Deebo Samuel can actually catch a fucking football.
Yeah, their defense is great. I don't think they lost anybody real hard on defense.
I just Kingsbury isn't bad, but he's not good. Rams need an offensive line too. Oh yeah, they do. They kind of. Joe Judge is horrible. Yeah, I know. Onto the AFC. We'll start with the Bills division. Bills are going to win the division. I think that's pretty easy. They got better. They had a win in the offseason, and they might be my pick to win the AFC. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much kept them all the same. I don't know how they're going to do when they lost. I'm pretty sure they lost their offensive coordinator to the Giants.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, but it's still Josh Allen, and I think he'll be fine with anybody. So, I think the Bills not only going to be my pick to win the AFC, but they're probably going to be my pick to win a Super Bowl. I think, this is the year for the Bills. It has to happen right now.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins.
That's an interesting team. Very interesting. Had a great offseason, in my personal opinion. They got on Terrence Armstead, picked up Tyreek Hill. But
we did talk about that, Dominic. Yes. I see the Saints having a better record this year than they did last year. Yes. I don't think that's too much to question. I mean, weren't they like 8-9 this last season? So
they're 9-8.
9-8. I still got 10-7, 11-6. So
they would have made the playoffs if the Rams didn't blow a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, the same. I mean, the Rams, Bills won't be good. Watch. Neither will Dolphins. And you're a Patriot fan. I don't know how to discuss that.
Dolphins won't be too bad. I think it just depends on Tua too. Like most of these teams, it just depends on how well the quarterback plays. Because Miami has a great team around them, and they also picked up, I believe, Chase Edmonds too.
How is a Patriot fan going to sit here and tell us that the Bills won't be good? That takes a lot of lying to do, buddy. They're going to win that division. And you know what? The Patriots might be an 8-9 team. Bills not going to help. What? The Patriots aren't any better than them. I will put my life on that one right there. The Patriots are not going to be good this year, bro. What are we talking about? I really hope you understand that. What do you have the Jets winning the division then? I guess. Jeez, they might have a better chance to win the division than the Patriots, guys. That's
Bills win. Patriots maybe wild card. Miami, Jets.
I have Miami over the Patriots this year. If Tua can, because Tua isn't that bad. People really hate on this guy. Bills are still poverty low. They're going to choke in 13 seconds. Okay. Anyways, Jets had a really good offseason. I liked what they did in the draft. They'll be good for the future.
Getting Gary Wilson and Sauce Gardner will help a lot.
And then Jermaine Johnson at the edge. That
was a steal that was probably one of the steals of the draft. I'm surprised Jermaine Johnson fell that hard.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't too surprised. I mean, but we'll see. Patriots, they didn't improve one bit this offseason. Actually, if anything, they probably regressed, and their own offense has spoken out that they don't even know what they're doing at this point with the offensive coaching staff. And
they reached for Cole Strange.
They reached for like 3 of their picks. They had an L offseason. They're gonna miss the playoffs in a loaded offseason or a loaded AFC this year. It's not crazy to say that. They're probably not even the second best team in their division at this point. Future wise, I think the Jets might have the best future in that division. Like, if everything, if that works out right there, they have the team to beat in that division. So,
and I like Zach Wilson too. So I'm hoping he balls out.
Yeah, now he's got Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, and Braxton Berrios and stuff. And they have
more too, right?
Who?
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, they have Elijah Moore. Yeah, they have
Elijah Moore too.
They have 4. Yeah, I mean they had four wide receivers that can step up and play. But moving on to the AFC West, we'll start with the Chiefs. They probably had the best undrafted free agent pickup. They probably had a better undrafted pickup than a draft pick, to be honest. I mean, I like Justin Ross. I don't think he should have fell out of the draft completely.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was crazy. But they also drafted a corner round 1 when they love to run more of a man defense. I've seen more of a man defense from them at times than a zone, but they selected a zone corner. So I don't know what that draft pick was about, but maybe he can play more man. I don't know. But the Chiefs regressed this offseason, but
I mean, you could probably say that, but they did pick up I know Juju's not like the deepest threat, but I mean, I like the Juju sign a little bit. I really like the Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now, as a Packer fan, I love MVS. I really didn't want him to leave Green Bay.
Oh, geez, I hate to cut you off on this, but Justin Ross has been medically cleared. Do we not remember that happening, guys? Justin Ross has been medically cleared to play, and he's probably the fastest guy on that team now. And you have Patrick Mahomes, who works with speed. Just saying, Justin Ross will be good. Just saying. I'm just saying he's gonna be good. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next Tyreek or anything. I'm just saying he's gonna be good. He'll play. But he was a good pickup from being undrafted. Like, he should not have gone. I don't think he should have gone undrafted. Sure, he shouldn't have been a top 3 pick or top 3 round pick, but he should have at least been in the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think
the Chiefs probably have more of a balanced team.
No, I agree with that. But yeah, I like the wide receiver pickups with Juju and MVS and Justin Ross, as you mentioned. The loss of Tyrann Mathieu might stain him a little bit, but as the Chiefs and with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, I don't think they're going to be going anywhere. I think they can be an AFC Championship contender again.
I like that they replaced Tyrann Mathieu with Justin Reid.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I got heard from the feedback I've heard from Chief fans who actually got to watch Tyreek more, or not Tyreek, but Tyrann Mathieu, he was not playing like a top safety. He wasn't. That's as far as I've heard. He sucked in coverage, and if you go deep on him, you're gonna get catch. And I got to watch that quite a few times when the Raiders did that to him. So, getting to watch that, there was at one point I did want Tyrann, but then I thought, as I looked back on it and got to hear the feedback, I asked myself what was the real difference between him and Jonathan Abram, because he can't guard the deep ball, mm-hmm. but he can play in the box, and that's exactly what Jonathan Abram can do. So again, it's not that I'm trying to say that he's as bad as Jonathan Abram. He's better probably, but I don't think that loss hurts them because they did replace him with a coverage safety.
No, I agree.
We'll go to Denver. So
winner.
Yeah, they won. They won with picking up Russell Wilson
and Randy Gregory too, who we thought was going back to Dallas at first.
I've gotten that feedback too from him. He's inconsistent. He isn't great. He's all right. So I don't think the pickup is life-changing or anything with him, but We'll see how he performs over there. Um, I think 14 million for him was kind of an overpay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to feel about that. I think that's kind of where it is. Um, they haven't really replaced Kareem Jackson, who's now like 37 and regressing. Outside of Patrick Surtain, do they? I don't know who they have at corner that's proven. I mean, they lost Cal Fuller, who actually sucked last year. So, but their offense is kind of weird because now you got a bunch of unproven options outside of Court and Sutton. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends if they step up, they can make the playoffs. If they don't, then they're not going to make the playoffs.
No, I agree. I think Denver might be the third West team to make the playoffs. I don't know. That division just stacked. There's just a lot of uncertainty. Like it just gonna be week by week. I mean, I don't know. It's just gonna be really close.
Yeah, I see this division being tough. How about the Chargers?
Mm, I
I
can.
think
I think a winner.
they're a winner, but
Jace.
they didn't
Yeah.
have the best offseason like some people say.
I mean, they addressed defensive issues. I mean, they got Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson, which some people may say like could be a low overpay for J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, he's getting 28 million year one, by the way. Talk about now they front loaded that. So they're not going to have to pay him too much money down the line. It'll always be under 15, 16 million, but we'll see. I think the Chargers, they kept the same offense defensively. I guess they added, him, but you added Khalil Mack. Sure, didn't give up too much, but again, what is Khalil Mack going to be able to do for you? Is he going to be able to stay healthy? Is he going to be able to play 17 games and perform at a high level? We don't know. So, and there's a question mark there.
I mean, I like the fact too that they brought back Mike Williams because Mike Williams was I mean, he's solid. I like Mike Williams. He's a solid wide receiver. Like he's not one of the top wide receivers, but he's pretty solid.
They overpaid for him, I think.
I think it was like a 4-year, 40
million. Yeah, it was 3 years, 60 million. For Mike Williams, right? Yep.
Yeah.
I think that was a little of an overpay for a wide receiver too to be making.
Yeah, he's coming off a 1,150-yard season, 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it wasn't that bad of a.
I don't know. I don't think it was too bad.
It wasn't too bad, but I think for being a wide receiver too, he should have been under 15 million a year. But we'll see.
Marquez, I feel like I love Marquez, but Marquez got overpaid. Marquez got overpaid a good bit.
I don't know who's gonna win this division. I think we just have to see by training camp.
I'm gonna say Chiefs still.
Good. But yeah, going on to the final team. The Raiders, I think, had the best offseason of any team.
Wait, this is our last team?
Well, this is the last team.
Oh, in division. I'm about to say because we still got the.
The AFC North and the AFC South.
All right, no, you're good.
Maybe.
But yeah, Raiders.
I think they're a team that I feel like this isn't crazy to call for, but I think we're making the playoffs. I don't think that's too crazy that I've said that.
No, especially since you made the playoffs last year and you upgraded. You got the best receiver in the league in Devontae Adams, and you picked up a great pass rush in Chandler Jones. I said on my Instagram, I actually like the Raiders offseason, but I don't think they're winning the division still.
No.
And I actually poured up the schedule because someone mentioned there's 6 games. At LA Chargers, week 1. Home against the Cardinals, week 2. At Tennessee, week 3. Broncos 4 at home. At Chiefs 5. And week 6 is bye. So you could start off maybe 4-1.
I see about 4-1, and then after that we got the Texans. I like that. Like, also, I got tickets to go to the Texans, Jags, and Saints games already. So,
And I mean, you're playing the NFC West, which NFC West is a tough division, but you're playing the AFC South opponents too. But this is the schedule where it's going to determine your playoffs. The week 15 through 18 stretch, or actually week 14, because you play at the Rams week 14, New England at Pittsburgh week 16, San Francisco and Kansas City. That could determine your playoff spot because those are some tough. That's a brutal stretch.
hey, you know what, man? I can't wait for week 18. I feel like, listen, I think the Raiders can finish. I think we can finish top 2 in our division. I really do. I don't think that's crazy. Will Raiders got some ballers, man. We got ballers, man. I'm ready for this. I think the Raiders improved at almost every position, to be honest. I don't really know if a position that really regressed. Like, D-line got better. Like, quarterback, sure, you can say that backup spot, but that doesn't really matter too much.
No.
Let's be honest. Derek Carr's only missed 4 games in his entire career, so I don't think that's bad. Like, saying, "Oh, we need a backup that can play," right? Running back, Zamir White and Sincere McCormick or whatever can definitely take over the spot next year. I think this is Josh Jacobs' last year. I've said that before. I think I'm gonna say it again. We are not a team that's gonna pay him big money anymore, so we'll see what happens there. Wide receiver definitely improved. Tight end, I don't really think it regressed in any way, so I think it's stuck about the same. O-line, I liked the Dylan Parham pick. I liked the Thayer Moonford pick. I think those are guys that can step into roles on this team.
Yeah, I think it's just going to come down to the ability and play of Derek Carr because he's not a bad quarterback. I like Derek Carr.
He's also never had an O-line to protect him, but if they can protect him, you're definitely going to have one of the best offenses in the league. I think this team is going to perform at a high rate, so I think we'll be good on the offensive ball.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, if we can get to the quarterback faster, and if we have I think the secondary improved. Trayvon Moehrig, I think he's already coming into his own. I think he's going to be a really good safety, so I don't think that's too crazy to look at there. The Raiders, I don't know if you saw my record prediction for the Raiders.
Was this just recent?
Yeah, I made this 3 days ago. So what I said, I don't know if I'm gonna name them off. I'm gonna rate off the schedule, and you can give me your thoughts. So okay. I said week 1, I said was a win at the Chargers. I think we beat the Cardinals. I said we lose to Tennessee. We beat Denver, and then I said we lose to Kansas City. So we're 3-2 after the first 6 games.
Okay.
And then we beat the Texans, Jags, Colts, and Saints. So we're 7-2. And then I said we lose to Denver. That's our second game. So I said we split with every team in the division. So we beat the Seattle Seahawks. I think we lose to the Chargers and the Rams. So we're 8-5 at this point. I said beat New England, beat Pittsburgh, and then we lose to San Fran. Mm-hmm. And then we beat Kansas City to finish out the year. So we split with every team.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It's not bad. I mean, some games I could probably switch around. Maybe at Tennessee and maybe San Francisco. I think San Francisco's a team that just depends on Jimmy Garoppolo. Like offensively, they're not good.
And like I said, those are 2 games I mentioned to some people. I said, listen, those are flippable games. So I said my record for us would be between 11-6 and 13-4. Those are 2 games I see that we could win. So I've said with Tennessee, the only key you need is to stop Derrick Henry. If you stop the run game from going over 100 yards, you're going to win the game, regardless of what happens with the passing game. Let's be honest. Are we really going to trust Ryan Tannehill with the ball in his hands? Probably not.
And
then Trey Lance, we have not seen anything impressive from him. So I think, and I don't know if you read this report. There was a report put out at one point that I read that the coaching staff was disappointed in his progression and that they still want him to start, but he hasn't shown he's a star yet.
I'm not too worried about medias when it comes to practice because that's just practice.
Yeah, I know. It's just practice. I'm just saying, but like I said, hopefully everything works out there. They did, pick him at
And
number two.
2 games looking at your schedule, 2 games you might lose. I could probably see the Arizona Cardinals being a loss, and maybe the
So
Saints. That
the
could be a
reason
trap
I
game.
gave with the Cardinals was they weren't going to have D Hop.
No, I mean and I
Yeah,
agree, but like they're trap games. I
yeah,
think
no,
those
this
two
this
trap
game's.
games that
I actually saw the one game that I saw as a trap game was at Jacksonville. Possibly, we've seen the Raiders struggle with bad teams, so I said that was kind of one of the games that maybe hey, what if we struggle on the road at Jacksonville? So, you know,
and
I
I'll give more of my thoughts on the schedule tomorrow.
yeah, I looked at Indianapolis. This is a team that we've beaten in the last 4 out of 5 matchups. I don't know, we'll see.
AFC South, right?
Yeah, we can go to the AFC South. Tennessee, L.
Yeah, lost
I
AJ Brown.
I
You
mean,
got Traylon Burks, but that's not going to replace AJ Brown.
didn't they lose a guard?
I don't know what you're talking about. They lost. Here, wait, let me go back because I made a post about it.
Yeah, there was a post about you. So, fuck, who was it? It's not Daryl Williams. He was from Buffalo.
Let me just go back. Oh, they lost Roger Suffold.
Oh yeah, Roger Saffold. So
yeah, they lost him. They lost AJ Brown. I mean, they didn't lose anybody defensively, did they?
We're talking about Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I don't really think so. But they didn't really have anyone big to lose. So
just saying too. I think Mike Vrabel should not have won Coach of the Year. That should have belonged to Zach Taylor.
It should have been Zach Taylor, but
but no, I think see, I'm trying to see if Tennessee's still the favorites to win the division, because I mean Indianapolis is okay, but again, if Matt Ryan can play like he did in maybe a couple of years, I think Indianapolis could win a division.
I see Indianapolis and them. I think they have a Week 18 game, and I think that's the game that's going to depend. Like, that's going to be like the game that's like, okay, the winner of this is going to take the division and possibly the playoff spot.
But see, like I've always said, I said in my first podcast a great while back, Indianapolis is probably the best team for a quarterback to go to. You got a great running back, great O-line, great defense, and you play in the AFC South, one of the weakest divisions in football. It's becoming one of the weakest divisions in football. I said, if Aaron Rodgers were to leave, Aaron Rodgers should go to Indy. I think I would have been the best position for him. But, with Matt Ryan there, I think he'll improve. Pascal and Pittman.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think, no, Zach Pascal's gone. Never mind.
Yeah, where did he go?
Philly. He went to Philly. But, I mean, still, Pittman's fine. And you got Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in the league, top 2 probably, if he can continue.
Yep. Again, I would hope we don't have a repeat. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, I was like, what's that? Okay, there we go. We're good. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, no, I think it's between Indianapolis and Tennessee.
Man, I mean, it's Tennessee.
Jacksonville, I don't really see too much of a contender. I see that they had an off season. They overpaid for Christian Kirk. They paid like $10 million for Zay Jones.
They had a money spending spree.
Did you know that they're negative $18 million?
That's Jacksonville. And honestly, like, I don't know. I was never really a big fan of Trevor Lawrence coming in the NFL. I mean, it could be the Jacksonville way, and yeah, they got rid of Urban Meyer, thank God, and they got Doug Peterson, which I think Doug Peterson's a good fit for Jacksonville. He's not a bad coach. Doug Peterson's an underrated coach in my personal opinion. But I don't know. Trevor Lawrence, we'll see what he does in year 2. But right now, I mean, I understand he's a rookie or heading in year 2, but he's just not the answer.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to. We'll see. They have to get off some bad contracts.
They can upset some teams like they did last year, but that's why I have them last on my power rankings.
Who's the last team? Oh yeah, Houston. Their season's gonna be dependent on if Davis Mills improves.
They're kind of the same boat as Jacksonville. Besides the money spending spree, just wait and see. They can upset some teams. He's not bad, Davis Mills. I like Davis Mills.
I'll be right back, man. One second.
No, you go. I'll keep talking. But yeah, Davis Mills isn't bad. He has some improvements. Has some great games. Levy Smith, they just got him. I mean, Houston's in the same boat as Jacksonville. But I think maybe Tennessee still wins the division, in my personal opinion. Can look at the comments while I wait. But my personal opinion for division winners, I think Dallas wins the NFC East, Rams NFC West, Bucks NFC South, and Packers NFC North. And as for the AFC North, I'm going to go with the Ravens, maybe. I'm going to go with the Ravens. AFC East, I'm going to go with the Bills. South, Tennessee, and West, Chiefs.
Did we discuss the AFC North or
No, I was just giving my division winners. I actually predicting the Ravens to win the AFC North.
I do got the Bengals winning that division. I think that with them improving on the O line, it's tough. But
I want to, but the fact that like Baltimore went 8-3 and Lamar Jackson one got hurt, they were so injured last season. But with the pickup of Kyle Hamilton and getting, I know we said Kyle Fuller may seem overrated a little bit, but it did improve their secondary.
Yeah. So I think they're going to be a fine team. We'll see if they make the playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just go straight to the Bengals because we talked about Baltimore a little bit.
Yeah, I think I will say Baltimore improved defensively. Offensively, they don't have a wide receiver one.
No, they lost Watkins and they lost Brown.
And people were like, "Oh, they got Rashad Bateman." What has he proved? We have to see him before we can call him a wide receiver one. So the Bengals improved. They definitely won. They were definitely a winner in free agency. They definitely improved on the both sides of the ball. So we'll see.
And getting Alex Kappa is huge.
Yeah, they got Alex Kappa, Ted Karras for center. Didn't they bring someone else on? Oh yeah, Dallas O-line. Who was it? Alex Collins. It's Collins, isn't it?
Alex Collins?
What's his name?
From Dallas?
There was some tackle they got cut from Dallas. Oh my god. You know what I'm talking
about? Here, I'm looking up now.
They pick up a big time tackle? Like,
it's not Tyron Smith.
No, it's not Tyron Smith. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the Bengals depth chart right now.
This is 2022.
Oh yeah, La'el Collins.
Yeah, so they improved.
Yeah, I think they'll go like 11-6 or 12-5. So we'll see.
No, I agree. I mean, nothing really much to say. I mean, Cincinnati kind of stayed the same and improved. So let's just hope Joe Burrow can keep going, which I think he will.
Yeah. Cleveland's season's going to depend on
this Deshaun Watson suspension.
Yeah.
It's coming. There's no doubt about it. It's coming. We just don't know how long it's going to be for.
Yeah. Cleveland Brown fans are like, "Oh, he shouldn't get suspended." I'm like, "It's gonna happen."
I don't. I think back to this contract situation. I don't think he should have got that much money. Like he's
No.
a great player, but like
He also got that fully guaranteed, guys. So
I think Cleveland was just desperate for a quarterback. That's why they gave him that much money. Like he's
yeah,
good. Don't get me wrong. Like
they were desperate. They were
he's
definitely
second
desperate.
best in that. He's one of the top quarterbacks when fully healthy. But no,
Yeah. Steelers. I think they're the clear-cut worst team in the division if Deshaun plays. And the fact that the Steelers, I don't know.
I think every team in the AFC North is gonna go above 500.
I think they'll be like 9-8, but they have to go to. They have like at Las Vegas, at Philadelphia outside their division. So I see them like 2-4 or 3-3 in the division. But then they have games like at Philadelphia, who I see is a potential loss. They have at the Raiders, and they're a potential loss. They have at the Colts. Those are losses. Those are games I can see them losing and stuff. And they just, whether it's Kenny Pickett or whether it's Mitch or Trubisky, I don't really see a clear-cut quarterback that should start there. You have a rookie quarterback might be 25 in his rookie season.
No, agree, but I think Kenny Pickett should get the starting job over Mitch Trubisky. Like Trubisky's not a bad quarterback. I mean, it does help when you leave the Chicago Bears with Matt Nagy, but I just think Kenny Pickett can give that Steeler team what they needed. Because past couple of years I've been saying Steelers just needed a younger quarterback. No disrespect to Ben, but he just at that age where he can't perform anymore.
Yeah. I think it's between the Ravens and the Bengals for that division.
No, I agree.
But we'll see. If we have any more thoughts, we can do that. Otherwise, if you would like, we can do another show at some point talking about more of like going into the schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
matter to me. I mean, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. If you want to do another show next Thursday, maybe. I don't know. We can do Thursday shows here and there.
I can see. I mean, it's gonna be a busy couple of weeks, but I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, let me know whenever you want to do a show. I'm free on the weekends and on Thursdays, but
I'll be live tomorrow talking about the schedule, doing more.
I will talk to you another time, bro. Yep, y'all. Subscribe if you haven't. Go check out the Fourth Down podcast over on YouTube.
Yep, and go check out Rivals of the West, guys. You haven't checked it out already.
Yep, and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys another time.
See you guys.